Hello, 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 everyone. I hope you're all having a most wonderful Sunday evening. Um, let's see, is everything as it should be? It looks so. Yeah. All right. Yeah, it is Sunday. Today I want to make some art, or at least try to. And I'm currently looking for some references, or some inspiration at least. Hmm. I'm not entirely sure what I want to go for. I'm feeling horror-ish. I'm feeling environment. I don't feel like doing any portraits right now. We'll try to go for people in general. I want something like gloomy, spooky. That's the vibe I'm at right now. So I'm currently just looking for pictures. Something that will inspire me. Something that I can work off of. Hmm. I just hate that Pinterest is full with AI generated garbage. Welcome in, Shifty. I hope you're having a most wonderful Sunday evening. How are you doing? Welcome, welcome. Let's see. Gloomy forest horror. Hmm. Hmm. I mean, this might be something. Or maybe this, or something adjacent, similar. Hmm. Hmm. Nah. Having a hard time finding something that really, strikes me. Let's see. Dynamic angle. What happens if I search for that? That looks AI generated. Hmm. Ah. Mm-hmm. So hard to find something good nowadays. Hmm. I'm not good at all, sadly. I have become sick, so I barely have strength to get out of bed, and everything tastes like sand dipped in mud. I'm so sorry to hear that. I hope that you recover quickly and that you can at least find some enjoyment when you're home sick. I know being sick is not the most fun thing, having to lay in bed with fever and stuff like that, but try to enjoy yourself a bit with maybe some video games or something. At least you can try. But other than being sick, how are you? I haven't seen you stream in a while. I don't think. Hmm. Think and maybe something along these lines. I might as well share what I'm looking at least. I don't think I'm gonna get any inappropriate pictures while searching for this. I do kind of like the vibes in this picture. I kind of like this vibe. Okay, so I'm gonna make a quick little reference board. That picture and this picture. These are my two references. This is what I am in the mood for. This is the general mood I want to try to convey. Let's see, edit, crop, where is crop? There we go. And let's make a new one as well. Let's turn it around. 7. There we go. Let's get our little mood over here. Oops. Okay, let me get the chat out. There we go. Well, I was actually going to stream yesterday and today, but I have been sick since Thursday. But other than that, I'm good. Alright, alright. Well, I hope to see you stream soon enough. I hope that you recover quickly so you can get back on that affiliate grind. And I did play some games with Aiden yesterday, so that was fun. Nice, nice. See, being sick isn't all bad. You get to stay home, play some video games, even though you would maybe prefer to not be sick. Let's go with that vibe. Okay. Do I want to put on some spooky music? Are we that far into the spooky theme? I do think so. Let's go fully into spooky vibes. Okay. I do want like a snow covered ground. Oh yes, the D&D flashbacks. I always love spooking you all with some horror vibes in D&D. It's always fun. Man, this fucking thing is so slow. Let me just do that. This is my issue with Clip Studio. The performance is not the greatest. And I don't think that is like anything to do with my PC. Because Photoshop can handle this size of brushes without issues. Let me get some trees in here. By the way, I heard about the whole thing with talking to the principal of Drottning Blanca. Has there been any positive outcome of that? Is there anything different at all? Or did they kind of just sweep it under the rug? Nope, nothing has changed, sadly. Well, that's sad to hear. I am truly sorry that things have like gone to the shitter for you, for your class. Yeah, well, they're all just so ignorant, and that's all there is to it. I'm sorry. That's awful. What is going on with my laptop? Hello? Why is it being so slow? What is going on over here? I really need to check on my laptop because it's been a little stuttery and just generally slow for a little while, and I'm not sure if it affects the stream performance. Even Jenny has recommended us to switch to another school, either Lund or Malmö. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me, honestly. Like, if you truly want to get the most out of what you searched for, I would suggest to switch to Lund or Malmö. Okay, now my browser isn't loading over there on my laptop, which is a little odd, but oh well. Okay, there we are. Please, can I adjust the quality of the stream? Oh, I don't have access to quality options for my stream. Okay. Well then, let me just pause it then. Okay. Right, I need to turn off nightlight. I always forget about that. Might be a good idea to have a streamer bot active as well as this. There we go. Pretty much half of the first graders have been contemplating reaching out to the news to make a public rebellion, which is crazy but fair. Yeah, I totally understand, honestly. Like, they're not getting what they applied for, what they searched for, so I totally understand. Like, the school should have been completely upfront with them and allow them to switch before the school start. It is absolutely crazy to me that they were not upfront with the students. The thing is that we can sue them for that, so it might be GG for them. Well, who knows? Who knows? I just wish you the best of luck with everything regarding school and, well, getting the education that you want. Well, enough about me. How are you? How have you had it since you left us up until now? I've had it great. School is amazing. I'm learning a lot of stuff about 3D that didn't know before. And traveling to Malmö every day is a little rough, but I have just signed a contract for a student apartment in an area called Uxia, which is a little outside of Malmö, so I'll be moving there in December. So I won't have to travel as much every day. It'll still be a bit of a travel, a bit of a commute, but not as bad as before. What? Are you not paying attention to the school Discord server? I literally, I literally said like a few days ago that I got an apartment. Man, you gotta pay attention in the Discord server. But yeah, I'll be moving in December. I like traveling 20 hours in a week to school and back is a bit too much. I will be cutting that down to half when I move. Maybe I want to make the canvas a little different. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe I want to make this a little darker as well. How do I make something darker? I guess maybe actually let's just continue with this. Let me take the smoke cloud brush and do a little bit of this. Well, that's good at least, but you know what's not good? I still don't have a light in my room besides the... What the hell? Didn't we talk about what you needed to get to solve your light issue? I got it, but it did not fix it. So yeah, but it's alright because now my room is just really cozy all day. What? What do you mean it didn't fix it? You gotta be doing something wrong, my dude. I honestly don't remember what it was like, so I don't know. I have no idea. But hey, if you can live with it, then no issue, right? Mm-hmm. Indeed, not an issue. Oh yeah. Mm. My wallet is kinda an issue though. Might have bought a jacket with all my money, but it was worth it because now I look more from the north than I ever before. Alright, well. Jackets are important. They sure are. I'm sure it was a worthwhile investment. Let's send some pictures of it on Discord. Alright. Oh, that's a nice jacket. US Airborne. How much did it cost you? Can't imagine that was a cheap jacket. Guess. I kinda don't wanna guess. I'm worried. I am worried. What was this at? I really don't remember. Bushton City. Textugan City. The 719. Okay, it wasn't too bad. I was gonna guess like 2000 or something. So it's definitely more affordable than I thought. And the real B3 jackets cost about 7 to 9,000. Jesus. Those are some expensive jackets. Okay. Actually, maybe like 25 and 20 then. 25 there as well. Just try it. Hmm. 25 and 25. Not sure how I feel about that. 40 and 40 maybe. 40 and 40. Maybe less amount of paint. I don't know. This might just not be the right brush for the job. What if I increase the density? Like 70 and 70. Nah, I think 50 is a sweet spot for this brush. I think, maybe. It's just that this brush is not meant for this kind of old stuff. I guess the main brush is the best way to go for this kind of stuff. Let me decrease the eraser a little bit. Or actually, nah. Try to just get the correct shapes to begin with. Yeah, well, the price skyrockets if we include pricing of real leather and real wool. I can imagine. I can imagine. Oh god, I love this soundtrack. So good. It's from, yeah, the movie Dead Silence. It's a classic. I really need to watch some more horror movies. It's getting into that time of year now. Okay, now that's a pretty decent shape for the trees. I feel quite happy with how that looks. So what's your opinion on September so far? Well, the world's on fire as normal, so nothing's changed about that. But in my personal life, everything's gotten better, so, you know, things are looking up. That's my opinion about September. The world is as it is, can't do much about that, but hey, at least my own personal life is better, so there is that. So I can't complain. Well, I can complain about the state of the world, but you know, that's not what I'm here to do. I'm here to have a chill time and do some art. And I'm sure that people that are on this website don't feel like hearing someone complain about the world when I'm sure they've heard enough of it as it is. What are your opinions about September so far then? I can't imagine it being too great with everything going on in all your school and the world in general. But hey, let's try to have a nice time here while we can. Get a break from the rest of the world. That's good. Well, I think it's okay, besides that the Albanian government has implemented an AI as a minister, so that's great. The Nepal is kind of burning up with fire, and yeah, as I said, the world's on fire, but what can you do? Just try to live your life and do what little good you can do. And hope that people are not gonna be as evil and corrupt and incompetent for that much longer. That's all you can do. Yeah, I know, but AI as a menace is AI has gone way too far than it ever should have. It should have been regulated over a year ago. But no, people are too preoccupied with evil, corruption, and stupidity to do anything about it. But oh well. It is what it is. Try to focus on the good stuff in life and enjoy the moment while you can. Oh well, I hope we can make it to the release of Subnautica 2 at least. Yeah, well, above that, we will see what happens with that game. I mean, I'm sure you saw the news about it, like, what was it, a month or two ago? About their publishers being garbage. So the game is delayed. And now they're, I don't know, fighting in court. The developers are fighting the publishers or something. I'm not entirely sure what's going on with that game myself. But I hope that the developers get what they're deserved. I'm rooting for them with all my ligaments in my body. Same here. Same here. Any other games that you're looking forward to? I myself am very content with games right now. I don't have the time to play all of them. I mean, I'm looking forward to the upcoming expansion to Guild Wars 2, Visions of Eternity. It's gonna be releasing at the end of October. I'm excited for the full release of Hades 2, even though I'm not gonna be playing that until after October sometime. Let me check my wish list real quick. Sure thing, sure thing. You. I'm looking forward to Paranormal Tales, Paranormal Investigators, Light No Fire, and Railborn. Okay, I feel like I've heard about Paranormal Tales and Paranormal Investigators, but I'm not sure. Is it one of those like first-person body cam horror games? Because then I do. I've heard of it. Yes. Yeah, I'll probably also have it on my playlist. I mean, wish list. I kind of feel like those might never release or something. I don't know. I feel like they were showcased or shown like very early on, and they're kind of maybe in development hell. But what do I know? Feel like it was ages ago that they were announced. And I'm also looking forward to Devourer Haunted Souls. Don't think I've heard of that one. But it's been like 2 years. I feel like it's been 2 years with most of those horror games that you mentioned. Well, one can hope. One can hope. At least next chapter in the game. Okay. I didn't know it was like a chapter based game. Let's also make like a building back here. Maybe like a smaller building. And then like very bright window or something. Something like that, maybe? Okay, we're getting something. We're getting something. Let's see. Do we have gradient maps somewhere around here? Gradient map. There it is. Do I need to do it like this? Put all of them in here and then do a gradient map on the folder. Tone correction. I can't do a gradient map on the fucking Oh. Hmm. How do I do like correction? Okay, so I can do like this. All right. So how do I? Okay, I can change the color here. I want like a dark bluish kind of color. Ooh, okay. Maybe somewhere more towards the teal. So it matches my left reference, but a bit darker. Oh, I do like that. Okay. And here I want a similar teal color. Somewhere around here, maybe. Ooh, that is very chilly. That's not what I intended. Actually, hold up. That looked kind of cool, but it's way too cold of a color. Let me copy that and do it like this, but darker. Okay. I'm digging that. Okay. And then one more. Correction layer. Do I even need a correction layer? I can just make a new layer and turn this into like a, what's it called? Let's try color burn first and see what that looks like. Oh, let me take a soft brush. Color burn is not the right way to go. Linear burn, no. Color dodge, it's a bit too right. Add glow, no. Overlay, overlay is a bit more like it, yeah. Soft light, hard light, difference, vivid light, linear light, pin, hard mix, exclusion, darker color, no, divide. What in the murderer's presence in the cabin? Something spooky going on. Ooh. I might just go for color and just decrease everything around just a smidge. It might be a bit too intense though. It is a bit too intense. Okay. Alright, there's an ad break going on right now, so I'm gonna chill a little bit. And just look at the artwork. And try to see what else I want to do, where I want to take this. Kind of just assess it. I think I want to make the house a little darker. Thank God for subbing. Yeah, I'm sorry about the ads, but it's like either you have to suffer through ads when you jump into the stream with pre-roll ads, or I run ad breaks during the stream, and you don't have to sit through pre-roll ads, but you know, you get ads during the stream instead. So there's no escaping ads really, unless you're subbing, which is a bit of a pain. But at least with ad breaks, I can determine when the ads happen rather than you just getting them when you jump in the stream. So I can kind of take breaks when ads are about to, you know, hit us, which can be a little handy. But yeah, I think I want to make the house a little darker, make it stand out a little more. Definitely gotta work a little bit more on the background. And a bit more. I do think I want to go for the leaves on the second reference. Window needs a bit more work. It might be a bit too bright in certain areas. I need to make it a little darker, a little more menacing, maybe? I don't know. I like the colors so far. Yeah, we got a good base going so far. Are you going to add a creature? I don't think I will this time. Not every spooky painting needs a creature. Add me? No. I think I'm just gonna keep it without any living beings at all this time around. What if I duplicate that and do like color dodge? Okay, I do want to work a bit more on the general shape of the building. So I'm gonna turn this off. I'm gonna take this. Just hello. Right, maybe I should turn off the gradient map. I should probably make a folder for the colors. Whoops. Colors and values. What is this? I'm not even sure what this is. That is an empty layer. Okay. Building. just gonna tilt everything a little bit so I have an easier time working with this. G'day, just got done fixing up a new phone and now gotta animate. Hell yeah! Welcome in, Floaty Horizon. I hope you're having a most wonderful Sunday evening, or whatever time it is for you in your time zone. What are you gonna be animating, if I may ask? Hello, welcome in, Mayonnaise Enjoyer. How are you doing? How is this fine Sunday evening treating you? Well, a friend who goes by the name of Sappy Cappy asked if I could draw a little GIF, basically a GIF of me drawing. Okay. Sounds like a fun little idea. Are you drawing it on your phone, or are you gonna be working on it on PC or drawing tab? I'm doing good currently, planning D&D. Hell yeah, love hearing that. I just had a D&D session myself yesterday, and it went fairly smoothly. I'm quite happy with how it went. I think I should make this window on a separate layer. I think that is probably for the best. I should also make a new clipping layer and make some detail work like this on that layer. Oops. Okay. Now my desktop with Krita. Okay. Though I have no drawing pad. Mouse drawing may be painful, but at this point I'm used to it. I see. I could never do art with a mouse. I haven't really given it a proper try, but I've always had a drawing tablet, and just the thought of trying it pains me. So major props to you for doing it with the mouse. I've never tried Krita. I've heard good things about it, but I'm so used to Photoshop and Clip Studio Paint that I just don't want to really, dive into it. It took me a long while to get used to Clip Studio Paint, and now I love it. So I wouldn't want to, you know, give anything else a try unless I feel like I have to move software again. Stabilizer pen is my savior. I see, I see. That's awesome. Love to hear it. Maybe another layer underneath here that gives off some more details-ish. Feel like that might be a bit too dark. Try to find something in between here. Actually, let's put on the colors and see what it looks like. Let's do it like this. Why are the colors not showing? Hello? What? Can the gradient map not be in a layer? I mean, in a folder? Does that not work? Wait. Okay, so you can't put gradient maps in a folder. Interesting. Alright, sure. But mayonnaise enjoy. How is the D&D campaign going? I hope that it's not that the changes, you know, with the school hasn't been too hasn't affected D&D too much. That's looking nice. If I know what D&D you're talking about, we have on Monday. Don't remember the time since I don't participate due to my schedule. It's a shame to hear. That's a shame. But yeah, we're definitely talking about Dungeons and Dragons. Nowadays, I DM for one group on Saturdays, and it's been tough scheduling and all of that. Not everyone's able to participate at the same time, unfortunately. But we're trying to make things work. Had a person drop out not too long ago, and then we didn't feel like playing with only 3-player characters, so we took a little break. Then we found a person to join us, and so we're back in the swing of things. It's going good. It ends way earlier because generally the days are shorter, so that's a plus, but it's a bit more stressful to be DM. I understand that. The first time I went from player to DM, it was chaotic. It was a challenge, to be sure, but it is a lot of fun. I do not regret being a DM, and I'm just happy to be able to share fun moments and my own creative stuff with my players. There's a certain joy to be a DM, but it does get exhausting, and it's not easy. I feel like the window is a bit too big. I think I'm gonna add like a rounded thing up here and then just make everything a little smaller. I also have an idea for this window. Holy Peak, I just got a well package. I got tea and so much more. Hell yeah. Nice. What did you like? Who did you get it from? Was it your, the family that you live with, or a friend, or the government? I don't know. Okay. Ooh, what type of tea? Yeah, what type of tea? Actually, I should make myself a cup of tea during an ad break or something. Could definitely go for some tea. I feel like it's... Oh. I feel like this is very crooked. It is crooked. Select... do I inverse my selection? Invert selected area. Okay. Okay. That's straight enough. And this is also straight enough. Now that looks too even. Like it doesn't look drawn, it looks more like an icon. I'm gonna make the edges a little sketchy so it doesn't look too bad. Oh, thank you so much for the follow, Floaty Horizon. I really need to do something about my alerts. They're not working as they should. I think I gotta move them to some other, what's it called? Another, well, platform, I guess. Because I used to have Stream Elements, but then I stopped using Stream Elements, so I moved my alerts to Twitch. And Twitch really does not have consistent alerts. I don't know, like, they don't work half the time. And it's super annoying. So I guess I should do something about it next weekend, maybe. I've been too busy this weekend with D&D and, well, getting ready. Earl Grey is really good. Earl Grey is always an excellent option. I have, like, a big box of, is it Twinings? The way you pronounce it? Twinings? Earl Grey. My foster dad really felt bad for me, so he made me some, I think, Earl Grey with cinnamon, honey, ginger. Ooh, that sounds so good. And he said he mixed in some cough syrup. Oh, that's awesome. That is a fantastic foster parent. Okay, that feels a little better. I'm gonna make... actually, I probably don't need to do that. I can just lock the layer like that. And grab... Oh, no. I don't want to grab that. I want to grab this. And then let's grab the smoke and mist brush. Please lock. I should... Current layer. There we go. Yeah. That should work better with what I want to do. Yeah, that's better. I think I'll go make myself some tea during the next ad break. I think that is a good idea. He really is the best one I've had so far. That's fantastic to hear. I'm so happy to hear that you're feeling so comfortable in your new place, Shifty. I like that a week after I limit myself from buying anything more this year, I want to get Cuphead. I have to use all my might to stick to the rule. I completely understand that. Like, I am notoriously bad with buying video games that I maybe shouldn't be buying because I don't play all of my video games. Plus, I'm on a tight budget right now, being a broke student. So I know how hard it can be. Like, right now, I want to buy Silk Song, but I am gonna have to show restraint and wait with buying Silk Song until I'm actually gonna play it. And I will have some time over. Boy, this concoction is strong as hell. All I taste is ginger and cinnamon. Oh wow, that is strong. One of my players tried to insult a god last session, and another tried to feed a vampire with a baby. What the hell are your players doing? What the hell? Okay, that is looking a bit better. I think I can go a little crazier with the darkness, maybe. That was a bit too crazy, I do believe. I definitely need to do something like this. Yeah. To break up the shape a little bit. I think that's good enough. Maybe add another window to the left and make it like it's been snowed over. Ooh, maybe. I will consider it. I want to add something more in this. You know how I said I didn't want to add any creatures or anything, but you know, just a little figure in the window has never hurt anybody. Just a little something. Looking out. Let me actually use the main brush, yeah. Oh, something like that. Look, guys, it's me at 3 a.m. looking out my window because a fucking squirrel knocked on my window. I wish I was joking. Oh no. Yeah. I do be like that. At this point, I'm surprised they're still actually doing the thing that they got hired to do. Hey, they gotta make money somehow. They might goof around a lot, but players gotta make money. That's a driving motivator for players. I kind of want it to be a little subtle thing, not super obvious, but you know, just a little cloudy shape. Uh, okay, where was I in chat? Rip that night's sleep, yeah. I got so scared. I can imagine. I like waking up from sleep to noises is like the most terrifying thing ever. Like just being jolted awake from sleep can be insanely terrifying. On the very vague note of animals, if there is one pet I want to have, but most likely never will, it's a fox. Foxes are the cutest. I would die for foxes. If I ever get like a big yard, I would love to have like foxes coming to my garden and visiting. I would absolutely feed them and take care of them and hope they come back for more. Foxes are great. But all my birds, they are wonderful, even if they can be annoying at times. But I would like to get more birds, maybe, at some point when I have a bigger home. Why is the eraser so... I don't know. Eraser feels a little weird. I shouldn't play around with the eye shapes too much. I just remember a new One Piece episode today. Oh shit. I don't watch One Piece myself. It feels like too big of an endeavor to get into. But I might get into it once they release that new version of it, because they're kind of remaking it, aren't they, at some point? I might get into it then, but right now, with over 1,000 episodes, I think I'm gonna pass. I feel like that shape is all vague enough. Okay, I gotta do something about these. That's color and color dodge. color dodge doesn't feel too appropriate here. Or is it? Color dodge or screen lighten? No. Add glow? Overlay. Soft light. Hard light. It doesn't mix well with the underlying vivid light. A combination of vivid light and color. Maybe I should go back to maybe paintbrush, maybe. Nah, I should probably go back to the soft brush for this. Um, I feel like the party needs several moral compasses, for sure, for sure. Yeah. Fun fact, in my first foster home, we had deer that came by our house to eat leftover meals on the daily for 3 years straight, and let me tell you, it was awesome. I can imagine. That sounds incredible. Let me just switch over to PC because I can drink tea and watch at the same time. BRB. Hell yeah. Yeah, it took me like 40 plus days of binging to get up. Yeah, I can imagine. I barely have any free time as it is right now, so it would take me probably years to catch up. The One Piece, yeah. I definitely rewatch One Piece when they release the remake. Me drawing myself just makes me realize how bad my posture is. Oh no. But yeah, I'll probably watch the remake when that comes along, and maybe I'll watch the original at some point. I'm not sure. What if I do like color dodge as well? But kind of play around a bit with the surroundings. I don't know. Feel like it might ruin the vibe I'm going for if I do it too much. Let's decrease the layer opacity and paint a little bit here and there. Maybe I need a bit of orange or something a little brighter in there. Like in the reference. I don't know. I'm finding it really hard to capture the vibe of the left reference. Maybe I need a little darkness in there. Let me create like a multiply layer and play around with this red, but a bit darker. Oops. Multiply. That's not really dark. Should I maybe have it above the vivid light? Oh yeah. Okay. I'm back now? Hell yeah. Got a banana and some chocolate. Hey, nice. And now I'm starting to feel like I'm in quarantine because of how I'm getting treated. Well, at least you're getting treated well. That's what's important. Well, you are sick. Take care of yourself and thank those who take care of you, and we'll be fine. We'll be just fine. Maybe something like that. Maybe I should make like this side of the building darker. I don't know. It doesn't feel great. What if I just make the entire building darker? What if I just do that? Well, it's gonna stand out like a sore thumb then. If you watch the remake, allow me to warn you about Wano and Whole Cake Island. Very long arcs. I see. Thank you for the warning. We'll see if I ever get around to that. I have so much I want to play, so much I want to watch. I'm not sure. We will see. I don't know how I feel about this window. Let's get rid of this multiply at least. do feel like the color dodge made sense around the top here, but not so much down below, maybe. Just a tad bit in there. Just like that. Okay, let me, whoops, adjust some stuff over here as well. There we go. Let's take that brush and that brush. Let me disable this and this, and then color pick this. And then I think this might work out a bit better like that. Hi, welcome in, Insane. I hope you're having a most wonderful Sunday evening. How are you doing? I'm okay. How about you? I'm doing just fine. Just trying to experiment a bit more with gradient maps, having a good time, being creative, and just enjoying the spooky vibes of soon to be October. And just getting into the festive spirit, Halloween spirit, a little bit in advance. God, I love this time of year. I love horror, if you maybe haven't noticed. I will be playing horror games throughout October as well. I plan on replaying the Amnesia games. I plan on playing Soma. I plan on playing Five Nights at Freddy's for the first time towards the end of October at some point. I'm not entirely sure. Did not like that, but I do like this. I have a goal to save up so I can hear the bad Swedish accent. Yeah, my viewers really like it for some reason, and if you stick around, you will definitely hear it way too much, and you'll get tired of it. Trust me. I do like that a bit more. I like the shape being a bit vaguer. It is really good. I don't believe so, but people enjoy it. People enjoy it. I gotta give people what they want. Oops. My tea just tastes like I'm drinking ginger water with cinnamon aftertaste. Oh no. I'm sorry about that. We're getting close to an ad break. There's an ad break coming up in a few minutes. I'm gonna be taking a little break to make myself a cup of tea during that, so that you're not missing any of the art. And the reason I run ad breaks is so that people coming into the stream don't have to sit through pre-roll ads, because no one wants to deal with pre-roll ads, and the ad breaks allow me to actually take breaks and actually get my eyes off the monitor for a moment, which is generally a good idea. I have mixed thoughts on working on two games. On the one hand, I can choose what I want to do, but on the other, it's hard to work on both and one gets overshadowed. I understand that. Yeah, you gotta be careful not to overwhelm yourself. It can easily be too much, having two projects at the same time. Well, do you work on them on your own, or are you working like with a team on the games? It's spare time solo dev. One's a simple fishing game with which was made as a school project, and the other is very scope creeped. But at the least, I wanna try to make its prototype. I see. Well, in that case, I don't know what to tell you really. Be careful not to burn yourself out. And I would say focus on the smaller project. It's better to get something done than sit and work on something endlessly without, you know, well, I hope you do get somewhere eventually, but it can very easily lead to not getting anywhere and just giving up. I know that for certain. Pa, 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 pa. I mean, the thought was good, but the actual taste not good. Yeah. Understandable. I'm sorry. I'm somewhat lurking as I draw myself. Hell yeah. I'm very happy to hear that. Like, if I can create a chill space where you yourself can just hang out and be creative, that is the goal. Like, that makes me very happy to hear. Just be creative. Make art. Make projects. Make whatever you want to make. I'll be here and provide the chill vibes. But there's gonna be an ad break in 30 seconds, and as I said, I'll be taking a little break here. I'm going to make myself some tea. I'm really not sure what kind of shape I want for this figure here. I don't want it to be too obvious, that's the thing. Alright, ad break is going now, so I'm just gonna leave it like this and go take a little break. Gonna fix myself some tea, as I said. Be right back. Alright, I have returned with some tea. What? There we go. I think what I'm gonna do, make this month's devlog for the big game, then go on break with it and focus on the fishing game for a bit. That sounds like a really good idea. I know that you are be right back, but I hope you heard me. I think it's a great idea. I think my problem with this is I'm trying to make that shape work too much, while maybe I should just focus less on that specific shape. Maybe get some other shape going. Maybe the shape was not the greatest idea. It reminds me of Ultra Kill. I can see what you mean. I have still not played that game, even though my brother gifted it to me a while ago. I really need to get around to playing the games that I own before getting new ones. Maybe a little dark down here. I started downloading RuneScape because I want to play the game again. That is a mood. I also just kind of restarted my subscription recently because I'm a degenerate and can't stop playing the game. That's so real though. Yeah, I keep coming back even though I don't want to come back because I can only manage one MMORPG at a time, and I'm already playing Guild Wars 2. I'm already back into that, but you know, gotta play RuneScape. You know, but yeah, I'm back into it, unfortunately. I haven't done much besides just, you know, making money through my herb farms. That's all I do, really. But this isn't a RuneScape stream. My brother has been telling me to do RuneScape streams, but I'm like, no one wants to watch that. Who the hell wants to watch me play RuneScape? I don't think anyone does. Okay, I think I got some decent shapes going now. I'm not gonna just run too much more with this. I think that I'm gonna settle for this for now, but I might redo the windows entirely. The window entirely. I should really work on the rest of the artwork for now. You've been a window employee for more than an hour and a half now. Yeah, I've put way too much effort into that window, and I'm just not happy with it. I'm gonna have to move on and focus on the other parts of the artwork. Okay. So that's that. I should work more on background trees, for sure. Ooh. Let me get my tea bag out of my tea. It's been in there for far too long. I'm back now. Welcome back, Floating Horizon. I just wanted to say that what you said earlier sounds like an excellent idea. It is probably best to focus on the smaller fishing game project. Even if like you have these bigger ideas that you want to make, starting small is definitely the way to go. Gaining more experience and then going for the bigger project. Now I have no idea what kind of experience you have so far, but that's just a general advice that I've been given. Is this... Alright, that's that layer. By the way, I think you're the only streamer which have attempted saying my full username. Most just end at floaty. I see, I see. Well, I try. I am generally terrible with names, but I try. I do wanna grab some of these colors there. I should probably grab a little bit of that. Yeah. As for experience, 1.25 years of school, too many years self-taught programming, and like 3 to 4 years of home game dev. Nothing as big as Terminal breached the big project. I see, I see. Yeah. Then if you don't have like a whole lot of projects that you have finished and or published, then it's definitely a good idea to start smaller. Gain that experience of actually finishing projects, and then you can move on to bigger things, is what I've been told. Wait. Oh yeah, no. Wrong layer. I want to be on this layer. But it sounds like you're doing both programming and graphics all on your own. Are you going for 2D or 3D projects? Yes, I like creative work. 2D. Alright, alright. That's awesome. I was gonna say something, but I completely lost my train of thought. Sorry. But yeah, freaking love 2D. I am currently studying 3D at school. But I do love just painting and drawing in 2D. I don't think I'll be making any 2D games when I graduate, though. We'll see where I end up. I've released 4 games on itch, a mobile game, 2 game jams, GMT. Okay, school? Oh, you went to LBS. Hell yeah. You're not one of my... You're not one of the students that I know, or that are related to... You're not in any of the servers that I'm in, is I guess what I'm trying to say. Because I used to teach as LBS in Kristianstad. Okay, that looks good enough. Yeah, you gave me an F in Alright, so you are one of my former students. Alright, alright. Well, I gave a lot of people F in recess, so you could be anyone. You could literally be anyone. I wanted to bug fix so hard. Oh, I understand. Trust me, I know. Yeah. But... Danne? Is that you? Did I give Danne an F? I don't think I did. But I know Danne does both art and programming. And see, you could also be... Oh, I'm so bad with names. No, names completely slip my mind now. Just because of it. If I don't, like, interact with people for, like, over 2 months, I forget their names. I am so freaking bad with names. I really only saw you during the game jam. I was in the group with... Oh, okay, so you're one of the first graders. Okay. Ooh, I'm even worse with the first graders that I didn't teach. That's even tougher. Ooh. With Kieran. Who was Kieran working with? Alicia? Oh. I'm so bad with names. I really do not understand. I really do not remember. I'm sorry. But it's a shame that I never got to teach you in anything. Especially not in art, which we would have had this year. Man. It's a shame. No worries, they really expects you to remember. Yeah, sorry. Like, I think it's an ADHD thing. I don't like. I'm not diagnosed, but I'm very certain I have it. I'm very easily distracted. My memory is garbage, except for very specific things for some reason. But yeah, if I don't interact with people regularly, I will forget their names. Like, I've already forgotten the names of some of my former coworkers. I think I was in the teacher's office when fixing the audio to not ear rape the voters. That's another hint. No, I don't think so. Elsewise, I could DM. Feel free to DM. Ah, okay. Yes. I felt like I had it in the back of my mind, but I just could not, like, for the life of me, get to it. But now that you say it, yeah, of course. I don't know, I feel like this tree's shape is a little weird. I'm just not happy with this tree shape here. I'm gonna play around a bit more with it. But what do you plan on doing after LBS? If I may ask, if you've thought so far ahead already. Just as a note, still suck at recess. Spend most of my time right now learning C and later Rust. Well, I can't give you any more Fs, so there's that. But hey, you do what you want to do with your recess. Good question. I am horrible planner. Well, might be a good idea to start thinking about it. If you want to stick to game development, then I can highly recommend the Game Assembly down in Malmö. That's where I'm currently studying myself. Fantastic school so far. I'm having a good time. And it's a good way to get connected with the game industry through praktik, or as they call it, LIA. Lärande i arbete. But if you wanna do other kinds of programming, then might be a good idea to start looking for schools that you'd rather go to. Sounds good. Could also possibly fit my plan of HRT, because 4 hour travel is a lot. Yeah, 4 hours of travel is a lot. That's what I'm dealing with right now. But I'm gonna be moving down there in December. So it's not gonna be too much, hopefully. Oops. Let me get that. Then this. Okay. There we go. I've sat with this tree trunk for way too long now, and I'm just not happy with how it's turning out. Talking about work, I should maybe work on the devlog, which I have been putting off the entire month. Well, it sounds like you've got a lot of stuff going. Be careful not to burn yourself out, especially when you're still in school. That's a very easy thing to do, trust me. Burnout is a real thing, and it is tough to deal with. Fucking hell, I'm just not happy with how this is looking. You know what? This will have to do, I think, maybe. I'm gonna grab this again, and then just a tiny bit here. Okay, that will do. Will it? No, it will not. It will not do. Okay, I think that will do, maybe. That's why I'm planning to switch to the simpler game. Yeah. Alright. Let's take a moment and assess the artwork. It's starting to look like something. There's still a bit of more work to do. I gotta work on the upper part of the artwork, and I gotta fucking do something about a window. May have forgotten about the tea. That was really cold. Well, shit. Sounds like a skill issue. I'm surprised at how quickly I got used to hearing my own voice. Yeah, it generally is a little jarring, but I'm glad to hear that you got used to it so quickly. Because I did not. I certainly did not get used to it. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. On the topic of tea, gonna fix tea in an hour. Hell yeah. Sounds like a great idea. Mm-hmm. Alright. Time to work on the upper parts of the artwork. And yo, somehow, some way, I think someone in school likes me. Oh, but what about your Austrian girlfriend? Not girlfriend. She was in Austria, right? I'm not mistaken about that, am I? Yes, she's from Austria, but I don't know what to do now. Either I spend a lot of money to go see her and then spend more money every time I want to hug or kiss from her, or I could figure out what it is in school and hope I catch feelings. I don't know. Life is confusing. Life is indeed confusing. And I honestly have no advice for you. Only that long distance relationships are tough. And I would advise against long distance, generally. But you know, you do you. You do what feels right for you. I haven't saved a single time yet. Maybe I should. Let's see. Art 2025. What do I call this artwork? I kind of want to get a drawing pad, but I'm highly unsure if it'll work. It should, but unpopular OS might cause issues. Linux. I've never really heard about people using drawing tablets on Linux, so I don't know if it will cause issues or if it, will work normally. I would highly suggest looking into it before making any purchases, though. What do I call this? Darkwood's totally not a reference. I don't know. I'll think of a name later. Let's just call it today's date. Could borrow my sisters to test. Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. A really good idea. My brain is low-key dying because I forgot how confusing point-and-click games without voice lines are. Oh, well. I wish you the best of luck with that. I'm gonna make a layer for trees behind the house. I have. Would you rather? I have a would you rather. Would you rather make a drawing with mouse or use Vim as your text editors? Most definitely not a good one, but hey, it's almost 20 o'clock. What the hell is Vim? I don't think I've heard of Vim. Vim. Welcome home online. I don't know. I think I would rather use Vim. Yeah, because I can never go back to mouse, or, well, I could never go there to begin with, since I'm so used to drawing tablet, and I do so much art as it is. I could never go to that low point. So I think I would rather use Vim. What about you? I have a feeling that you would rather use a mouse than Vim. I think Fireship has a good video. Okay. I might look into it after the stream. Okay, I want a bit more detail on the trees in the foreground. For sure. But I'm starting to feel like this is getting close to done. Starting to, at least. I use both. Okay. Well, in that case, I would probably rather use Vim. Since you don't have a drawing tablet, I wouldn't trust your judgment when it comes to mouse versus drawing tablet. So I guess I would go with Vim. Mouse because I have no drawing pad, and Vim because I like mouse-free code editing. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't sound like Vim is a bad option then. It doesn't really sound like a bad thing at all. But mouse, no, that is horrible. If you don't mind learning about its modes and many keybinds, it's pretty good. Yeah, I can imagine. I can imagine. But I don't do a whole lot of text editing on my PC. I'm not a programmer, not a coder. So I don't see any use in it. Yeah, it's official. My friend surveyed the 1 week operation on his brain. I'm very happy for him. Wait, what? I feel like I missed something. Whoa, what? 1 week operation? Excuse me? That sounds cool. And yes, what was it about? Yeah, what is it about, Shifty? Do tell us. Yeah, one of my friends got a brain inflammation deep in... What? 2/3 of his brain was inflamed. Holy shit. I had no idea about that. That sounds awful, but... So glad your friend survived the operation. That is fantastic news. Holy shit. He's okay now. That's good to hear. Dear God. Yeah, woe indeed. Woe indeed. Alright folks, there's an ad break coming up in about a minute. I'm gonna take that opportunity to go to the bathroom and then refill my water. Just a reminder that these ad breaks are there to make sure that you don't have to sit through pre-roll ads. Trust me, I wish I didn't have to have ads on my stream, but Twitch forces us, no matter what. Either you sit through pre-roll ads when you get in here, or there's mandatory ad breaks. Well, he's had concussions before, and I have seen him kind of become lifeless because he's a hardcore skater. Oh, that is awful to hear. But I'm so glad he survived the operation. But yeah, ad break is coming up now, so I'm gonna take my little break here. I'll be back in a little bit. Alright, I have returned. Let's see if we can finish this thing. Welcome back. Thank you, thank you. Welcome back was editing and heard me saying I have a vision. I don't know if it's a good one. Love to know what vision it was I had. That's why you gotta write things down, because you will forget. Oh god. Like, there's been several times where I've had ideas for my D&D campaigns, but then I just forget before I get the chance to write down the ideas. So if you have an idea, if you have a vision, fucking write it down, or else you will forget. Okay, I'm kind of happy with the foreground trees, I think. Maybe let's give these a bit more detail as well. Just a bit. Maybe less amount of paint. Just a bit more. Maybe I should make a tiny pocket device to write things down on, though I'm not good with electronics. I would say just carry around a little notebook, a small one. Like a pocket-sized notebook. That should be enough. Like when I am out on the wild or during a school break. I would say little pocket notebook. That should suffice. One thing I'm really proud of is my file system for Terminal Breached, but never again. Those are painful to make. Yeah, having good good systems are important, especially for like versionshantering. I don't know what it's called in English. Completely forgotten. If that's even what you're talking about, I'm not sure. Not entirely sure what you're talking about when it comes to files. Yeah, that sounds simpler. Yeah, for sure. You can never go wrong with a pocket notebook. Why put more work onto yourself when you can keep it simple? Like folders and files, files and folders and that type of stuff. Yeah. Yeah, that is important. That is important. Having good file structures. I was a cheery little creature when I got it all working. I can imagine. Like, it's very satisfying, but it's also very tedious. But I guess the satisfyingness outweighs the tediousness.
Flyg inte.
I will hydrate. Don't forget to hydrate yourselves. You can't just say gulp gulp like that. Unacceptable. Gulp gulp yourself, heathen. My bad. You better be sorry. I think that's good enough on that rock. I should work a little bit more on that tree specifically. That shape was a little whack. Okay. What the fuck do we do about the window? I'm not happy with the window at all. What do we do with it? Do I just remove the window? Do I make it darker? Is the brightness the problem? Do I remove the creature and the window? What do I do with the window? What do we do with the drunken sailor? Do I make it less bright? Do I don't know what. I really don't know. Do I just make it less prominent? A bit more subtle? Oh, is that not? Oh, whoops. Wrong tree, lol. Is it... That's the layer. First thing is, what is the issue? I feel like... I don't know exactly what to say. It just does not feel right. And it's hard to define exactly what is wrong. I just don't like it. Maybe more salty is the fix. I think so. If the wanted result is like the image is the top left. Yeah. That's the thing. I may have gone a little overboard. I wanted to be a little bit more subtle. I wanted a bit more like the image on the left. So I guess maybe my issue is that I shouldn't be using these types of layers. Maybe I should have gone with I should have tried to play around with gradient maps for this. So let me put it up here, and then have, let's see, let me make a folder for that, and then I'm gonna play around with gradient maps for just the window. Where do we have gradient maps again? It's over here. Correction layer, gradient map. Okay. And then like that. Okay, perfect. And then this color. And then this color. And then we throw in a bit how do I put in another one of these? Oh, like that. Okay. And then a bit of orange, maybe? I don't know why I didn't make a great map to begin with. I feel like this is the way to go. I gotta go get my laundry real quick. You do so. You do so. Good luck with that. Don't die. Yeah, this was definitely the way to go. Hmm. And then another layer underneath here where I just give off some light. Some very subtle, soft light. Hmm. Actually, maybe more like this. I'm gonna experiment a little bit. Where is my soft eraser? There it is. I'm definitely happier with how this looks than what I had before. Oh, this actually works together fairly well. But I think I want the building to be darker. I think I need to make everything just generally darker. Darker by multiplicative gradient on top or just darker? I don't think that multiplicative gradient would help too much. I think I need to paint the areas where I want it to be darker and use multiplicative layer maybe. I'm not sure. Maybe if I make the gradient map a bit darker. Cancel. I on occasion just slap a shaped gradient with a nice color to multiply with. I think if I just play around a bit with the color map, I might get the desired effect. Yeah, okay, so definitely make it darker like that. And then I think multiply layer here, make that a bit more visible like that. And then we chill a bit with not that, but this. Maybe I do need a gradient actually. Let's try with a gradient. Let's see, not the kind of gradient I want. Foreground to transparent. Please, that color. Thank you. Why are you behaving like this? Isn't there foreground to transparent? But why is the wait? How do I switch between these? Like, how do I switch their positions? Okay, I guess I'll just have to do that. Multiply. Let's play around a bit with the different layer types. Let's see if we can find something that... Ooh, subtract made it look kind of cool. Just darken. I think it's multiply that I want to go for, but it's a bit too strong. Let's get rid of all this. The question is if I want some color in it. I do kind of like that. I'm just gonna play around a little bit more with the ground, I think. Wait, where is that dark shape? Okay, it is from this layer. Tea time? For me, hell yeah. Enjoy your tea. Gotta go now. Bye. Take care, mayonnaise enjoyer. Thank you so much for swinging by and sticking all the way until now. And have a wonderful night's rest. I am gonna be wrapping up here soon-ish. The artwork is looking about done. And it is time for me to end the stream in about like 15 minutes. So I won't be going for much longer. But yeah, thank you once again for being here. I think I'm ready to call this done now. Yeah. I don't feel like there needs to be any more work put into this. I'm ready to call it done and move on. Actually, this little wind thing here is a little annoying. The snowy wind. There we go. I think that's good enough, maybe. The thing is, if I will always find something to overwork or touch up or whatever. So calling it done and moving on is the best thing I can do. Because ultimately this is practice. This wasn't something I specifically had in mind when I started the stream. I just wanted to draw something, do some art. Actually, maybe. Should I do something about that tree? Not super convinced about the tree color here. I'm just gonna touch up the color of this tree a little bit. Yeah, that's better. It doesn't stand out as much. All right, but yeah, if I keep going, I will never stop and I will never be happy. So I gotta quit when I feel like I can reasonably quit. And I'm happy with how it looks like. Ooh. Ooh, I didn't realize how bright the eyes got. Actually, that's really good. I'm happy with that. That looks like something I could have as a desktop background. Hey, nice. But yeah, I'm really happy with how it turned out. Especially the figure in the window. The window, the house, it turned out much better than I was initially feeling. And it, like, composition works really well now as well. I'm just not like I already have too many. 285. Oof. But yeah, I am happy. It is time to sign it and never touch it again. So let me grab a color here and make it even brighter, and then make a layer for my signature. Signing these things are always the hardest part. How the fuck have I signed my other artwork? And I think I know what to call this now. I will call it Ominous Chill. How do I sign this? Like that. Okay. I feel like Ominous Chill fits well enough. Dear Lord. Why is signing this thing so hard? I do not like that signature at all. Okay, that's good enough, I guess. No, it's not. Okay. This is why I had like a copy paste signature at some point, but I gotta get in the habit of just signing them like this. Yeah, that's good enough. Oops. I think I'm just gonna put it there. And then a little transparent. Alright. That is it. That is the artwork. Alright, that is done. I'm back. I had to get something to eat and I need more cough syrup. Enjoy your food, whatever you'll be having. And I'm sorry that you need more cough syrup. But I am now done with the artwork. I feel like I am at a point where I don't really need to put any more work into it. And I'm happy with how it looks like. And it's good enough. Very nice. Yeah. I'm happy with how it turned out. And I gotta go because I got laundry time now at 9. And I don't want to end up streaming way too late. But yeah, I'm happy with the artwork. So I'm just glad that it turned out to be something, because honestly I had zero expectations going into the stream, but found some nice reference photos and got something going. I hope I see you before you move. Well, if the LAN event is gonna take place in October or sometime before I move, then you will definitely see me there. But I'll also go into the city center occasionally. Keep an eye out in the Discord server if you want to see me. Or grab a coffee with me. But yeah, I'll try. All right. But yeah, thank you all so much for swinging by and sticking all the way till the end. It's been a lovely stream. Take care, and I'll see you all on Tuesday with either some repo or some